Hey guys, welcome to another episode with me, Shashank Udupa, where I keep dropping knowledge bombs. And today we're going to talk about a unique topic called the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana or PMAY. Now, what are we going to talk about it in this episode? We're going to look at what is PMAY, which is what is the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, what is the purpose behind launching this, what are the different schemes under the PMAY scheme, what is the eligibility criteria, what is the subsidy calculator, what are the pros and cons, because we're logical people, so we look at both. And basically, if you want to apply, how do you apply to this? So we're going to look at all of this in this video. So stay tuned. Now, first thing is, what is this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and what is the purpose behind launching this, right? So if you look at PMAY, basically it has its origins which date back to the joint session of the parliament on 9th June 2014 when it was announced by President Pranab Mukherjee. Basically, he said that by the time the nation completes 75 years of its independence, every family will have a pucca house with water connection, toilet facilities, 24/7 electricity and access. Okay, now the seeds of the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana was sown and the concept of housing for all was launched in June 2015. Now, the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is a government scheme launched in compliance with the Housing for All mission, which is also known as HFA mission. Now, introduced in June 2015, the PMAY scheme aims to boost the affordable housing segment in India. And we've heard about affordable housing a lot right now. Now, the objective of PM Awas Yojana is to provide over 2 crore pucca houses with water connection, toilet facilities, 24/7 power supply to eligible families and beneficiaries by 31st March 2022. Now, what are the schemes under the PMAY, right? So, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana caters to both the urban and the rural population of India. And on this basis, the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is classified into two parts. One is the Grameen and rural section. So it's called Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Grameen/rural, which is G. And then there is the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, which is PMAY U. Now, there are 4 schemes under which government plans to implement this PMAY. The first one is called in situ slum redevelopment. So slum redevelopment projects. Now this vertical aims to leverage the locked potential of lands under slums. Now it is also aims to bring slum dwellers into the formal urban settlement by providing them a house, okay, to eligible families and individuals. The sum rehabilitation grant of an average of 1 lakh per house would be admissible for all the houses built for eligible slum dwellers, right? Now, the second thing is basically called affordable housing through credit-linked subsidy. Now, the CLSS PMAY component provides subsidies on home loan interest rates to all those that are eligible for this scheme. Third, affordable housing in partnership. Now, this PMAY component provides financial assistance to EWS families to the tune of 1.5 lakhs on behalf of the central government. Now, state and union territories can partner with these agencies or private sector to develop such housing projects as well. Now, the fourth thing that is there, the fourth scheme, is basically subsidy for beneficiary-led individual house construction. Now, this PMAY component provides financial assistance to EWS families to the tune of again 1.5 lakhs on behalf of the central government. Now, state and UTs can partner with agencies or private sector to develop such housing projects as well. Now, if you want to know the eligibility criteria, the table clearly shows the eligibility criteria for availing the benefits of PMAY. Now, just look at this table. We have EWS, LIG, MIG1, MIG2. So if you look at the household income, it is up to 3 lakhs, 3 to 6 lakhs, 6 to 12 lakhs, and 12 to 18 lakhs. Interest subsidy, which is 6.5, 6.543, right? And if you look at the PMAY loan amount subsidy is up to 6 lakhs for the lower income group as well, and goes up till 12 lakhs, okay? And the maximum subsidy starts at 2.67 lakhs and goes down to 2.3 lakhs. Maximum loan tenure is standard across 20 years, and the maximum carpet area, right, is around 30 square meters, 60, 160 and 200 square meters. Now, if you look at the discount rate for NPV calculation of interest subsidy, it's 9% across. LIG is called low income group, MIG is called MIG, which is called mid income group or middle income group, and EWS is called economically weaker societies. Now we come to subsidy calculator. Now the government has also made it easy for all the applicants to understand how much subsidy one can avail or one is eligible to avail in these different schemes. So I'm going to show you how it looks like, and I'm also going to put the link below as well, which is a subsidy calculator link below. Now, the only details that you have to put to understand the subsidy is basically your annual family income, your loan amount, the tenure of the loan that you want, and is this your first pucca house or not, and what is your carpet area that you want, and what is the subsidy category that you fall under. So these are the different ways you figure out what is your subsidy criteria. Now, let's look at some pros and cons. Now, if you look at pros, there's a lot of generous subsidies for eligible people. Now, if you look at from the economic weaker sections, which is EWS and low income group LIG, home loan interest rates are subsidized by 6.5% on a maximum loan of 6 lakhs for a tenure of 20 years, which is great. If you look at MIG groups, which is the middle income group, home loan interest rates are subsidized by 4% on the maximum loan amount of 9 lakhs for a period of 20 years. And MIG 2, which is the second class on this, home loan interest rates are subsidized by 3% on a maximum loan of 12 lakhs for a period of 20 years. Now, another pro that we see here is housing for all sections of the society. With this initiative, basically the government aims to uplift the standard of living of all sections of the society. It also promotes green building materials and eco-friendly technologies. Basically, developers have been given detailed instructions to follow eco-friendly practices while constructing these homes. Now, this means that limited environmental hazard and a check on the pollution levels when you're constructing on the construction site. Now, another advantage here is housing development is happening across this country, right? Now, because of such a policy, the construction activity for these homes have begun all across the country. It has a positive multiplier effect on the whole economy, as all around the country we see good sources of employment happening as well. And the best part here is there's a lot of benefits to women and minorities. Now, women ownership is made mandatory under the scheme for any new house. It is mandatory even when she is not the actual buyer of the property. Now, there are preference provisions for salaried women, widows, transgender people, disabled minorities and seniors to become homeowners under this PMAY scheme. Now, let's look at the cons of PMAY. Now, credit link limit. Now, the limit of 6 lakhs for the EWS and LIG group, 9 lakhs for MIG 1 and 12 lakhs for MIG 2 may not be enough for some people depending upon the cost of house and financial situation of the family, especially if you look at in today's inflated market, right? Now, the carpet area limitation is also another problem where the scheme is to benefit the economically weaker section of society. Now, most of these people have a large family with many members staying together, and in such a case, 30 square meters may not be actually sufficient for this family. Now, if you look at the tenure limit, 20 years is a very long time for any borrower, which is good. However, the scheme does not mention any flexibility on rolling over the loan for some years in case an unforeseen scenario happens. And there's a very high possibility unforeseen scenarios might happen. Another con that we are observing is the subsidy recovery. Now, the subsidized amount will be deducted from the principal amount and the beneficiary will have to pay EMI on the reduced loan amount. But in case of the construction or reconstruction of the said house is stalled for any reasons like a natural disaster, or central government will recover the subsidy from the beneficiary's account directly. Now, how do you apply to this? Log on to this website, okay, the PMAYMIS.gov.in. So PM Awas Yojana official website. Select the benefit under other 3 components option under citizen assessment menu. Then you enter your 12-digit Aadhaar card number and the name as mentioned on your Aadhaar card. And on successful verification of your Aadhaar card, you'll be redirected to the PMAY application. Basically, now you have been educated with the PMAY scheme. Now, you might be thinking, okay, why did I want to know this? It is very important to understand what is happening with these different policies and different plans in the market. The reason why that happens is because every plan or every policy that the government brings has a direct effect to the stock market as well and the companies operating in the stock market. Now, if housing for all is kicking in and a lot of housing materials have been used, so you guys are the smart guys, you can connect the dots and figure out what companies might benefit from these schemes. Again, our job is to come and give you as much knowledge as possible so that you can become smart in analyzing and understanding how the stock market works. Now, if you like this episode, please click on the like button, share this with your friends and subscribe to the channel. And this is me, Shashank Goduppa, signing off, and I'll keep coming and keep giving you more information like this. Again, see you later. Bye. See you.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Please read the risk disclosure documents carefully before investing in equity shares, derivatives, mutual fund, and or other instruments traded on the stock exchanges.